right? Because when we start talking about traditional approaches, people get hung up on there, right? It's the reason there's jokes about why did the auditor cross the road and why there's acronyms such as Sally and Dilly, right? Same as last year, did it last year. Is because we're really rooted and have been rooted in effectively what we execute and what we perform when we start talking about engagements, and whether that's audits, tax, engagements, consulting. We come down to really when we start talking about the process inputs, right? It's going to be the same inputs, but it's how are we handling those inputs, right? Here we start talking about, well, instead of being schedules or paper documents, let's start talking about actual data feeds. It's really getting that data and then really leveraging the technology to drive that, right? Whether that's having a secure online place where everybody can transact that information and share it comfortably and have visibility. Not to mention easy ways and streamlined ways to get the data, right? To actually extract that data. And we start talking about the process, right? Because again, engagements are engagements. There's inputs, there's process, and there's outputs. And so when we start talking about specifically the process, right? Really using technology and data combined to change that user experience, right? Not only for your internal staff, but also for the end client experience as well. And that can take several forms, right? When we start talking about efficiency, it's really allowing more junior staff members to get to their highest and best use faster, right? Don't get bogged down in kind of the lower cognitive tasks, we'll call them, and use that data to really drive a data-driven decision and data-driven engagement. Also, just the leveraging technology to automate things. Work smarter, not harder. Then we talk about the outputs, right? And that almost comes back again to the mindset, right? Really saying, we'd like to perform and execute more than just a perfunctory report or a compliance engagement. We actually want to be a trusted business advisor and a partner with our clients. And so really changing that, right? Getting them from normally just hemming and hawing about the engagement team having to come ask questions to really seeing you as an ally in this process. And then last but not least, then kind of using technology to wrap around the top of that, right? From a quality standpoint, that's definitely there, the requirements from public accounting, and executing a quality control control management system. But then also too, really using that when I talked about this change, this cultural change, you need now a new structure that can stand the tests of being flexible and actually having processes that allow you to analyze this in a much more rapid way rather than just saying, yeah, we'll adopt technology and we'll think about it once this 5-year contract's up with this vendor. So again, taking the behaviors, that's definitely key and important, that cultural change. And then also changing the way you think about the process and how you use those technologies.